Hello everyone, welcome to our today's webinar on BFCM 2025 winning strategies. So today's agenda will be to discuss about how shoppers buying behavior is changing in 2025. Plus next we will be discussing about how we can really turn these buying behaviors into revenue. So whatever the insights we have right now from the buying behavior 2025, I'll give you some ideas that how you can really use those behavior to turn into revenues. Then next we will be talking about where exactly they are shopping, like which different platforms they are using for shopping right now on D2C and e-commerce brands. And the next we'll be talking about the importance of mobile app conversion during BFCM. Okay, so let's start with the first thing, which is shoppers buying behavior in 2025. So shoppers buying behavior is changing drastically in 2025 after 2024 actually, because as per the numbers right now in this year, shoppers are actually engaging all season. So it's not like the shoppers are only particularly buying on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or maybe Small Business Saturday or those kind of specific holidays. Okay, right now nowadays shoppers are actually purchasing all over the season, but at the same time you need to be you need to be in the ahead of line while the BFCM and these kind of bigger opportunities are coming for D2C and the e-commerce companies. So first of all, 77% D2C customers are buying during Shopee Prime Day, the Amazon Prime Day. Okay. After that, similarly, 77% should buy on the Cyber Monday and the Black Friday days as well. And 41% are actually buying during the Small Business Saturday. So just you can consider there are three bigger events happens during the year. So for the first one is under in the July is a Prime Day from Amazon. The next one is in the November upcoming, and then after the Small Business Saturday, right? So holiday shopping now happens across multiple events. So ultimately, you should be focusing on all these different holiday events. You should not only focus on BFCM or Small Business Saturday or maybe only the Prime Day, right? After that, consumer confidence is driving more spending actually. Okay, so if you will look at the consumer confidence data, then right now it says that 99% are actually waiting for BFCM to do some shopping. Okay, and why is that? Because shoppers feel secure about their spending power and are engaging in more shopping events than ever before. Okay, so ultimately it's clearly shows that the confidence of buyers to purchase something is actually increasing now. So after COVID or the corona days, we can say that, right? This is the first year where we are seeing this much of a confidence in consumer. The second thing is 72% are highly likely to shop this year. Okay, and this is again based on the real-time data from different variety of D2C brands and everything. Based on the analytical data and everything, we came up with this number. And 90% will be shopping ultimately. So for example, if their salary is more than $200,000 or maybe their income is more than $200,000, right, then they will be purchasing the premium quality products. Okay, 90% of those households will be purchasing the premium quantity products. So ultimately the strategic takeaway here is the higher income shoppers are actually strong candidates for premium products and premium offers or maybe exclusive bundles if you are offering something, right? And at the same time any VIP experience during the BFCM event if you are providing to them. Now the excitement is actually replacing stress in shopping. So excitement is too high. So based on the again the same similar analytics data from different D2C brands and different companies, right? And also we came up with this data from Shopify analysis as well. So this year excitement is actually rising. So shoppers feel more motivated and anticipatory about holiday deals. Same time stress level is falling down. So lower anxiety basically will lead to faster purchase decisions as well. So if people are not really in the stress about their income, or maybe as you know that now like we are far from the corona waves and corona days. Ultimately it's been gone now, so people are feeling relaxed. They are more excited about the shopping and everything. So this year the stress level is actually falling down, which shows that there will be a faster purchase decision than before. Okay, and the next one is more impulse buying. So ultimately, shoppers are actually emotional readiness. Shoppers emotional readiness translate to conversion opportunity. So what does it mean? Basically, that you need to be emotionally connect with your shoppers. Okay, you need to show that okay, I mean your brand really changing their life, or it's really important for, or maybe they are really important for your brands, and that's really working out more than anything else. So, in terms of the insight, I can say that brands that reflect this upbeat or celebrate tone in their message and creativity can capture significantly more conversion, which can match the energy shoppers are bringing to the season. So you need to be more accurate about your messaging. You need to be more accurate about what you are sending notification or messaging to your customers and everything. And based on that, the more you connect with them, the more they will take the faster decision for the purchase. Now, how we can use these insights to turn this into revenue? Okay, so the first one is always offer based on their income levels. So let's say for 200,000 plus household income earners, it should be exclusivity in your messaging. So you need to basically give them a feeling that you are providing something exclusive to these premium users. Okay, and if you will provide that exclusivity to them, they are more entitled to purchase, and they will be more faster to make a purchase decision as well. Also, the next thing is premium service tiers and white glove experience. So for these users, you need to provide them like premium bundled experience. For example, with $50, with $100, with $200, you purchase this bundle rather than only purchasing a single thing. Okay, now also you can send them a messaging about like private on a private access drops only, or member only collections or something like that, where it will give a message that okay, this particular drop is only for this premium user. So that you need to give them those kind of feelings. Okay, now what about middle income shoppers here? So they will be basically very happy about free shipping with manageable thresholds, I would say. Right, so let's say that you can tell them that okay, if you will buy a $100 of product, the shipping will be free. So of course, as per your business, you will need to take a look, or you need to figure out that okay, what is your manageable threshold for you, that at which particular level you can provide them a free shipping. That's what middle income shoppers will be actually enjoying. Buy one get one deals on aspirational products. So you need to look at the data, right? You need to look at the data that all over the season or all over the year, what are some of your hero products. So whatever the hero products you have, basically you need to provide it as a bundle, or maybe buy one get one kind of a deals or something. And that's where middle income shoppers will be very happy about those kind of offers. Then also, if your products are costly, for example, or if you think that okay, premium users might not be able to pay for these products into a single payment, then you might need to provide them flexible checkout options as well, or maybe you might need to provide them payment plans as well, that okay, you pay within 6 months or you pay within 1 year. It really depends on the brand, the product pricing and everything, right? And value driven bundles that feel them, that basically give them a feeling about a premium. Right, so as I said earlier as well, that okay, you need to tell them that you need to provide them what are certain hero products that they are purchasing. Okay, or based on their previous interest, based on those signals, you need to give them those value driven bundles that will tell them that okay, now no, the brand really care about it. I mean, they are connected with us, and that's how they will be making buying decisions to purchase from your brand. Now, low income shoppers here, which is under $25,000, let's say. Okay, so value bundles and multi-packs under $50 items with premium appeal. This kind of ideas will work with them. Small indulgences positions as traits, and clear saving messages and transparency. Basically, you need to tell them that okay, save 100% or save 50%, not the 100%, of course, sorry, my mistake, but save 50%, for example, or some those kind of messaging you will need to use with them. Because ultimately, what is the main difference between $200,000 household income versus the $25,000 household income, right? So $200,000 of dollars earner, basically they are looking for exclusivity and the premium feeling. They are looking for that okay, if I have a money, then ultimately what is exclusive for me, right? Opposed to the low income shoppers, what they will look for is like what kind of savings right now that you are providing, what kind of offers and deals that you are providing, which is really really like hard for them to ignore it. So that's what they are looking for. So instead of the exclusivity, they are looking for the higher value offers with clear discounts and everything. Now the next one is, you need to act very quickly on recent purchases. So on day 1 and 2, let's say that on day 1 and 2 someone has confirmed their order and you are providing the shipping tracking and everything. On day 3 to 5, okay, you will be launching an add-on offer, or maybe, now of course the idea here is for any e-commerce business. So for any e-commerce business, idea here is to basically convert any purchase, any first time buyer into the repeat buyer. Okay, so on day 1 or 2 they are purchasing something, they are confirming their order, you are providing them shipping tracking information and all those different things. On day 3 to 5, okay, you need to give them an add-on offer here. Okay, now why you need to give them an offer here? Because that's where they will become your loyal customer. Okay, so to make them your loyal customer, ultimately you need to give them an add-on offer, or maybe anything that you can bring them back to purchase from your brand again, right? On day 6 to 7, you need to bundle complementary categories like maybe clothing or beauty all together. Okay, and on day 8 plus, time limited urgency campaigns for active shoppers. So now on day 1 to 7, ultimately you will see that, okay, after providing all these offers, what kind of users are actually actively coming to your website or maybe your mobile applications, and how many of them are actually actively showing an interest. Okay, so based on that, you narrow down these buyers, these shoppers basically, who is coming to your website, and retarget them with the time limited urgency campaigns, that okay, now only 24 hours left for this deal. Okay, so with the time limited urgency, we already know that they are actively visiting the website or the mobile application since last 7 days. That means their intention to purchase something is very high. Okay, so right now day 8 plus will be the best time to re-engage them, re-engage these buyers, send them a time limited urgency campaigns. Either it can be an email, SMS, push notification, or anything, right? And then have them basically make a purchase decision. The window for post purchase upsell is very narrow, so you can't really wait for that, or you can't really wait for like 30 days after someone is purchasing first time on your brand, from your e-commerce brand, right? It's very narrow down. If you will forget your customer will forget you next time. So before they forget you need to come back with add-on offers, some complimentary category offers, or maybe time limited urgency campaigns and everything, to bring them back and to make them your loyal customers. Strike while momentum is high. As I said, like, you need to be active with your customers when they are also active with your brand, or when while they are working with your brand, or their memory is very fresh with your brand. You need to take that opportunity, right, and then make them a real your loyal customers. Now the next one is building an environment for impulse purchase. Okay, so what does this mean exactly? Now, lowering the stress level and hiring the excitement create the perfect condition for impulse buying. Now, design your shopping experience to capitalize on this behavioral shift. The first thing is add impulse product grid. So phase 1, they click on add-on products at checkout for easy basket growth. So what you need to do basically here is that, let's say that if they are adding something to the cart, okay, and when they are going to the cart, so in the cart itself you need to display certain add-on options. I'm pretty sure that you have seen this kind of behaviors in Amazon or some of the bigger e-commerce giants who are selling on their website. Okay, so as soon as you go to the cart, they give you that, okay, these are certain related products that you should buy as well, right? So that is one of the thing. If you do not have your on your website right now, or on your mobile application right now, you should really implement that. That really increases your cart value. Okay, the next one is launch fast shipping collections. Let's say that create under $50 and ship today collections to reduce friction. So basically what you really need to do is that prepare certain collections, or maybe different deals or something, which will be very fast in your shipping processes. Okay, ultimately, as a consumer, if you will consider about yourself as well, you do not want to wait for 7 days for your product after buying it, right? So that's where you need to be very sure that customers are getting their products within 24 hours or maximum within 48 hours. Okay, Use delivery countdowns, display cutoff timers on product and cart pages for urgency, right? And the next one is offer small upsells. As I said that while they are purchasing from your brand and they are really very they are their memory is very fresh with your brand, you really need to upsell to your recent buyers, so they will become your repeat purchaser as well again, right? Now, the next thing is extend engagement after the purchase. Day one will be order confirmation. Day three will be product tips. Day seven will be social proofs. Day 10 will be a best time to cross selling something. And day 14 will be loyalty invitation. So, day one will be again, I have purchased something, that will be my order confirmation and everything. Okay. Day three, why product tips? Because if I'm purchasing something, ultimately, then I want to know the value of my purchase. I want to get a feeling that I have purchased something really good. Okay. So product tips, styling guideline, usage tips, how to content really, how to use this product or something like this. That kind of content you will adds more value to basically gain trust from your users. Okay. And again, s- e-commerce and D2C is the biggest thing is it's mouth to mouth publicity as well. If I felt really good about your product, of course I will be talking about it to my group, my friends as well, and that's how you will be able to acquire new users as well. Okay. The next thing is on day 7 social proof, and this is again like day 1, 3, 7, 10, or 14 here. It is just numbers based on certain or based on generalized analytical data that we have. I'm not saying that day 1, 3, 7, 10, and 14 will work for all the brands. It really depends based on what kind of products you guys are selling. Okay. So day 7 will be a social proof where you will be requesting them for a reviews, or maybe you can be showcasing them a user generated content from similar buyers, right? So also generating reviews or asking getting more reviews on your product is equally important to gain more trust on your website or your marketplaces or maybe on your mobile applications as well, right? So day 7 will be a good perfect day for that. Day 10 will be a time for cross selling. Now recommend related products based on the purchase history and browsing behavior. Now here you need to be very sure that cross selling or recommending certain products to the user does not mean that you can recommend them anything. Okay. It should be based on their previous purchase history and their previous buying data, that okay, what kind of things they have searched earlier, what kind of products they are more interested in. You need to look for those signals, and then after you can recommend something, or maybe then after you should recommend something, and that's where they will see the value, and there will be a higher possibility of purchasing or repeat purchasing the product, right? And day 14 will be loyalty invitations. So like now, if they are really purchased from your brand one time, then you want them to become your loyal customers, right? So day 14, sending them a loyalty invitations, or maybe any particular offer or discount, or maybe tell them that okay, like download our mobile app and get 10% off. That will be a good opportunity for you to actually bring those customers to the mobile application and use push notification as a free marketing. Okay. The next one is where they are shopping exactly. Like what are the different places that they are shopping nowadays. So the first thing is marketplaces are still the best entry point for any buyers. Okay. Now 75% of the buyers in BFCM will be planning to purchase from marketplace, because marketplace is really a best place to acquire a new user for any e-commerce brands out there, right? So that's why marketplaces are very easy accessible for all the users, and they will be buying from the marketplaces, right? But the challenge is marketplaces drive discovery but rarely build long-term loyalty here. Okay. Even though they are purchasing, because marketplace is crowded by a lot of different brands, lot of your competitors as well at the same time. Okay. So building a loyalty on marketplace is very, very hard. Okay. But acquiring new users on marketplace, yeah, there is an opportunity for that as well. There is an opportunity for that for sure, right? So winning brands use marketplaces for acquisition, then migrating shoppers to the owned channels where margins and retentions are stronger, right? So ultimately the idea here is you win or acquire your customer from the marketplaces. Okay. Then after acquiring completing your after acquiring those users, now you need to migrate those buyers to your own channels. That own channels can be now your website, your mobile application. Okay, and that's where you will be able to save a lot of money on margins, right? And also you will be able to retain them very strong, because you will be providing them, you will have a flexibility of providing them some really good offers that you can't really afford to offer on marketplaces. Okay, because marketplace is already taking maybe your 20 to 30% of revenue, right? So you can't provide like 50% off on marketplaces. But instead, if they will be buying it from your website or the mobile application, you can tell them that, okay, now you know what I mean, because you are purchasing from the website and mobile application, we as a brand, we have a bigger more margin if they are purchasing from the owned channels, so we can provide them more discounts there. Okay, so that's the main idea here. Marketplaces is still ruling the entry point, but that's not the best channel for the retention and for the loyalty as well. The second one is application drives loyalty and spend as well. Okay. Now, nearly half of the users are planning to use brand application to purchase this BFCM event. Right now, app adoption is continuously growing, and shoppers are actually using mobile devices or mobile application to purchase from brands. At the same time, mobile application delivers around 12 to 51% higher average order value. So 12 to 51% higher average order value is a very big difference. Okay, now let's say that some of the users are actually using your website from the mobile browser. Now the visiting the website from the mobile browser provides very limited experience to the user. Okay, so that's where you need to be very sure that if your brand is also having a mobile application, then they are using the mobile application, and if they are using the mobile application, the difference is very clear here. Okay, based on the previous data and based on the analytical data from other brands, mobile application delivers 12 to 51% higher average order value opposed to mobile web. So that the difference is very clear. Now the strategic split for any e-commerce brand here is that marketplaces is really good for discovery and first purchases, but applications are really good for repeat purchases, make them spend higher in your mobile applications, and generating a customer lifetime value, because CLV is equally important as acquiring new users. Okay, if you're only focusing on acquiring new users, let's say, then at the end uh, you can't really sustain, because you need to be acquiring more and more users, but at the same time you need to retain more and more users as well. So your marketing spend will be less on the acquired on the retained users and more on acquiring the new users, right? So that's the strategic split here. The next one is browsers are declining, but buy online pickup in store is actually rising here. Okay, so let's say mobile browser use is declined to 55%, which was 57% last year. Same thing, desktop browser use is nowadays 44%, which was 51% last year in 2024. But buy online and pick up in store is actually raising, where it was 31% last year, and this time it is 39%. Okay, so browser based shopping is actually losing ground opposed to mobile applications and omni-channel experiences. So you need to really consider those numbers as well to understand that, okay, how mobile applications and how providing a better user experience and having a omni-channel experience in your brand can really benefit your business here. Okay, luxury and emotional purchases go direct. So for example, jewelry, luxury goods, high value gifts, these kind of products are not really good for marketplaces. Okay, because for these kind of products, people really want to feel special about it, and mostly they will be going to the brand website rather than purchasing from the marketplaces. And why it matters? Because direct channel builds stronger retention and customer relationship when the purchase basically, and they really build a trust with their customers, rather than marketplaces cannot do that. Okay, so that's why luxury and emotional purchases are always go direct. They do not go through the marketplaces. Now shoppers mix familiar and new brands. So ultimately, if we look at the Gen Z behavior right now, they have a discovery mindset where they nearly two-thirds of those buyers are actually trying the new brands or mix both established and emerging options during BFCM. But at the same time, baby boomers, let's say, they are always loyalty first. Over 75% prefer sticking with the non-trusted brands that they have purchased from before. Okay. So strategic implement implications here is BFCM is both a discovery moment and the loyalty play, because lot of people, because BFCM is one of the most popular event where a lot of people will be, most of the people will be actually shopping around, right? So at this point, you will be acquiring new users as well, but at the same time, you will be converting them into the loyal users as well. So BFCM is the best time to do both the things together. Now, how can we turn these insights into revenue again? So first thing is funnel noisy traffic into own channels, rather than if the users are purchasing from the marketplaces, bring that volume and ask them to come to your own channels, bring margins and retentions. Okay, use strategic incentives to migrate those shoppers from discovery platforms to your app or direct site. As I said earlier, that you need to be very strategic about what you are offering to them to migrate them from the marketplaces to your own website, right? Create a time sensitive download incentives. First of all, you can tell them that, okay, download our application today for early access to this weekend's exclusive drop, or maybe, and that really drives an urgency and app adoption simultaneously as well. So you are telling them that, okay, if you buy from our mobile application, we have this early access deal for you, rather than buying from the marketplace. That's one thing. Second thing is retarget with app focused CTAs. Like for example, swap shop now, forget the app in retargeting ads, especially for high value customer segments who show repeat intent. Okay. And the third one is get premium offers behind application downloads. Premium offers you should only provide inside the mobile applications. So you can't really provide that on the marketplaces, because at the end you want those premium users to be your loyal customers as well, because that's where the more money is. Okay, the next one is build a loyalty flywheel inside your application as itself. So early access drops, app only bundles, loyalty point multipliers, segmented push notifications, value added content pages, let's say, and personalized recommendations. All these things included inside your application become a best thing for loyalty for your customers, right? So early access drops, you can always brag about it on your marketing or on your messaging that, okay, download our app and get early access of certain product. App only bundles, you can also brag about in your marketing message that, okay, if you want to access these bundles, then you can only do it from the applications, right? The next one is loyalty point multipliers. Buying from website or maybe marketplaces, website will give them only 1x loyalty point, but buying from the mobile application you give them 2x or 3x loyalty points, right? Segmented push notifications. So again, same thing, like you cannot target all the users at the same time. Okay, you need to create different segments of different users for personalized messaging, and then target them based on their interest and their needs. Value added content pages, same thing as we discussed earlier, that providing them tips and tricks about your product will give them a special feeling, will give them more information about your product, that how you should really use it, rather than, let's say that if I'm playing with a toy right now, but I do not know what is the best functionality of this particular toy, then ultimately I won't be able to enjoy it fully. But if someone will tell me that, okay, this is how you should play with this, then I will have a more information, and I'll enjoy that particular product more. Okay, so that's the main thing here, value added content pages. The next one is personalized recommendations, right? So you need to provide recommendation based on their previous buying history, their previous buying signals, plus their previous search history as well. It should be very hyper relevant product suggestions. Now, how mobile application conversion works during BFCM event. Okay, so the first thing is app adoption is accelerating and engagement is high. So 80% of the users are having 3 plus shopping applications installed in their mobile devices. Now I'm not talking about, now when I say 3 plus shopping applications, I'm not talking about like Amazon or those kind of applications. 3 plus brand applications installed in their mobile devices. Okay, and nearly 75% buy in app weekly. So if they have a mobile application installed, then 70% of them will be buying every week. Okay, because it is becoming their habit, and it is also changing their purchasing behavior. So shoppers are just not downloading the mobile app, they are actually using them for regular purchases. This really represents a massive opportunity for any D2C brand to own the customer relationship and drive predictable recurring revenue. Because if they will be using your mobile application, then you will be having all the analytical data that you need to prepare a personalized recommendations for that user. Now, combine mobile first design with hyper relevant personalizations. In BFCM 2024 made it very clear that shoppers expect relevance from the first step itself, especially on mobile and inside an application. The brands that personalize every touch point aren't just meeting expectations, they are actually performing the competition as well. So we have two different stories from here for some of the biggest brand. Let's say LSKD success story. They have generated 40% of their BFCM revenue only from the mobile application by prioritizing app exclusive offers. Okay. So let's say 40% of the BFCM revenue, which is again, this is a very big brand, right? Their mobile, only through their mobile applications and only by single messaging that buy this from the mobile application only. So app exclusive offers, app exclusive discounts only, or app exclusive of products only, right? Same thing as RV success story, used countdown timer to drive awareness about the BFCM campaign. Okay, and that countdown timer alone increased their sales by 13%. Promoted in-app exclusives via email and push notification. One early access push notification gave them 30% open rate, 3.7% conversion rate, and $163,000 in revenue. So you can imagine that how your mobile application as a sales channel can give you a lot of benefits. Early application install impacts BFCM success. Now you can't really plan that, okay, now BFCM is in November, so let me plan on releasing my application during like 1 week before BFCM. Not like that. You should plan you should even you should at least plan a month or 2 months before that. Okay, before BFCM, let me have my application on App Store and Play Store, let me start building my audience there. Okay, and that's where you will be able to get the perfect success from the BFCM event. Okay, and here I have an example. The data that we got from the Abra here is that BFCM 2024 driven above 4.5x more December revenue than web only users. Okay, so any users who are using the mobile applications, okay, and then opposed to any users who are using the web application. So mobile application users gave 4.5x more revenue opposed to web only users, right? So this clearly give us a distinctive data here that, okay, how mobile application can impact uh, retention, loyalty, and the revenue play for any businesses out there. Now the next thing is it's a clear comparison between different marketing channels here: SMS versus email versus push notification. Okay, so if we consider that one of our customer actually, uh, this is a real story again, one of our customer approximately sent 3 million messages across SMS, email, push notifications during last BFCM event. Okay, the cost of difference is staggering here, and so is the ROI. So let's say that in terms of email, it cost them $3,500 to send those emails. SMS was $30,000 to $50,000 to send those SMSs, right? But push notifications are completely free. So if you have owned mobile application channel, and if you have a lot of users on your mobile application channel, then you do not really need to use email or SMS, or you do not want to target those customers on email and SMS. Rather, you can use push notification channel, which is completely free to use. And based on that, you will be able to lower down your marketing cost as well. Now I'm not saying that SMS and email are not an effective marketing channels. I'm saying that using the right channel with the right time is really a good idea here. Of course, email and SMS are good for first time purchasers because you want to acquire them, you want to build a trust with them. Okay, but if they are becoming a loyal customer, then push notification can be your free marketing here, right? So that's how mobile application can be a biggest play during BFCM 2025. Based on the previous experiences from some of the brands and success stories from some of the popular brands, we can clearly say the difference here, that how mobile web versus mobile application can give you a distinctive results here. So that's pretty much it for today's webinar. I think I have gave you a good amount of information that what kind of users will be purchasing this BFCM, what kind of buying behavior there will be, right? How you can use these insights into turning into revenue, where they are shopping really, and how mobile application will become a pivotal part during this BFCM event. So I hope you guys will use this information to apply into your e-commerce branch or D2C branch, and will get certain amazing results. If you get something, please drop me an email and reach out to me. I would love to know more about your success stories. But that's it for now. That's it for this webinar, and I'll thank you guys for joining today.